the chocolates.
What the frick is that?
We got the chocolates.
Don't they do dad jokes?
We got the chocolates.
Wait, there's a podcast?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, welcome back to another episode of the We Got the Chocolates podcast. I'm Lee.
I'm Skid. And I'm Gode.
And that's Migas over there.
Hello.
Migas films and chimes in when we need him. You've probably arrived by accident. Definitely stay for a laugh. It's the podcast aiming to be the best in the world. It isn't yet, but we're practicing weekly. That's what you're listening to, which is fantastic. Hey, I had a great experience the other day in my relationship. The girl that I'm getting to know, Rochelle, for the last 3 years, I think. We celebrated that 3 years of getting to know each other by going on an anniversary trip up the coast, which was fantastic. Up the coast, if you live in Brisbane. I suppose if you lived in like Western Australia, it'd be across from that coast to this coast over here. Anyway, that's probably too much detail.
Yep. Okay.
It was around the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. And we went out to dinner, which was lovely, and we both had a magnificent meal. And then because it was our anniversary, normally, they bring the dessert menu to you. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on the dessert menu, but I'm generally like no thanks, mate. Yeah, I couldn't eat another drop. But like really, I'd just rather probably go home and eat a chocolate.
Yeah, agree.
That's sort of my vibe around the dessert menu. But this time, because it was a special occasion, I was like, yeah, happy to check it out. Let's go. And then I was sort of like, okay, I think this dessert looks magnificent, whatever that was, like chocolate brownie or something. And then Rochelle was like, I think this one looks magnificent, which was the creme brulee, I believe it's called in the industry. And I was like, oh, well, that's fine. We'll just get the creme brulee then, because I'm fond of that also. Not fondue, if that's
That's another dessert.
Yeah, that's all right. But I was like, I'm fine with the creme brulee. I'm happy to go. And she was like, no. Because I could probably eat the brownie as well. I was like, okay, well, we'll just get one of them. Like either doesn't really matter. We don't need two, so we'll just take one. She was like, all right, let's scissors paper rock for it. And if you win, we'll get the brownie, and if I win, we get the creme brulee. And I was like, okay, no worries. And I established the rules because I take my scissors paper rock games or rock paper scissors games, depending on where you live, very seriously. So I wanted to establish the rules and say, is it sudden death or best of three? What's happening here? It was indeed sudden death, right? So I've gone straight with the scissors, paper, rock, went scissors, she went paper, bang, we're getting the brownie. Obviously, except she said, I think I feel like the creme brulee.
Nice.
So we got the creme brulee.
Yeah. So you compromised and got the creme brulee.
Yeah, I compromised. I was like, yeah. And we still got it. I was like, that was a wonderful use of the last 8 minutes.
Yeah.
When I originally said that we could have most certainly just got the creme brulee. So, yeah, it was fantastic. So, good use of time.
Yeah.
That's why I was late today.
Yeah.
That happened last Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cody, something weird happened to you too, didn't
I
it?
had a Barry just before. On the way here, I was coaching down at Valleys, and I had a Mitchell Drennan moment. I walked to the car park after finishing coaching, and it's pretty busy down at Valleys because we shared the ground with Jeeps Rugby at Ashgrove, and I was there first, parked the car beautifully. The person who had parked the car next to me decided to park like a fucking blind person and parked basically on a 45-degree angle, nearly hitting my car. I expressed out loud to myself what I thought of their car park. Didn't realise that their window was down and they were sitting in the front seat.
Oh, it's so unlucky.
Have they acknowledged your existence?
Yeah, they looked, didn't say anything. I'm fine with what I said. You can't park like that,
What
mate.
did you say?
I said, who the fuck parks a car like that?
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
Fair question.
Yeah. But like seriously, like it's so busy down there. Like people are queuing up for car parks and you decided to take up 3 with your car. Nice, mate. Fantastic. Wonderful.
Oh, love that.
Why don't you just go to the disabled park?
Yeah. Well, Migas has done that.
More
Good
space.
point.
That worked for you when you got that ticket.
Oh, yeah, you got fined for that.
No, I didn't. Someone just wrote an angry letter on my car.
No, it might have been an Iceland. They said your parking's fine.
Anyway.
All right, let's get to listen to the Chocs. To the Chocs.
Nice.
I think I'm back. I've hit a rich vein of form, actually.
Yeah, that was nice.
Nice vein you've hit there.
All right. Now, these are generally left for us at the website. It's www.wegotthechocolates.com.au. I firstly have a voice note from Nick, and I think he's got quite a familiar voice. I don't think this is the first ever voice message we've received from Nick. I've listened to this. It's quite good.
Hey Lee, Mitchell, Andrew, Michael. Hope you are, boys. Sorry, I didn't expect this. You've caught me in the middle of something. It's all right if I give you guys a call back.
And that's the end. Good. It was rude of us to ring him unannounced.
Yeah.
So thank you, Nick. Secondly, I got an email from Chris, again, on the website. All right there. I wanted to ask your advice as the seasoned marathon runners that you are. He meant to you, Gode, I think.
Obviously.
I completed my first marathon in London over the weekend. For how long is it acceptable to keep wearing the medal? Skin, I'll come to you first, I guess.
I would say the day of. You can't. I think it's got to be off and hung up proudly on your wall by the next day. I think that's my take.
I would just like to remind you that we've done podcasts in it 4 or 5 days later.
We didn't wear them for the 4 or 5
Yeah.
days leading into the podcast. Though.
Okay, so I think we can safely say then you're allowed to wear it on the day,
Yep.
and then give yourself a break for 4 days, and then you can bring it back one last time. Is that what you're saying,
Exactly, yeah.
Mikas?
No. What I would say is if you've travelled somewhere and you're there for a bit of a holiday,
Yep.
I think you can wear the medal for the remainder of your holiday after the marathon.
So what you're saying, let's say Sydney Marathon this year, and say it's run on the Saturday.
Yep.
And you know what? Let's treat ourselves to a little holiday down there until Monday.
Yep.
You're happy to wear it until we leave Monday.
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
If you went out for dinner, would you then get dessert wearing it?
Well, it depends what I'm getting for dessert.
So far.
Fondue.
Well, no. But creme brulee, yes.
Oh, fondant. All right, Chris. Well, we hope that helps. We are, I think, running another marathon this year, July, Gold Coast again. We're veterans there.
Oh, yeah, you say that.
Speak for
I'm
yourselves.
Less and less confident. Also, yeah, we started running marathons because of some discussion on the podcast where we all said we could run a marathon.
I don't know. Did Gode ever say he could run one?
I mean, we'll have to go back and check the facts, but I feel I get the sense that you said you could run a marathon and you've still not run a marathon.
Yeah, I'd rather not. with my spare time that I don't have. Yeah. There's other things I'd rather do than run for no reason.
Yeah. So
Well, there is a reason.
A sense of accomplishment.
You get to wear a medal for a day and then take a 4-day break and then wear it again.
Yeah, it's fucking wonderful.
Well, I actually think it's good.
Look at all these medals in here, Gode.
I mean, none of them are from marathons, but
Look at all those medals over there.
these are.
One's an
Right.
open touch
Marathons.
football medal.
I mean, someone's
You
got
could
to
do that in your spare time.
Yeah.
I played touch again last night, actually. We won 6-0.
For the child, that was good.
For the child.
He was 18.
He was 18.
No, you need to stop.
I checked his ID.
Stop doing things like that for no. Like it's just like anyway.
He
keep going.
started it, to be fair.
Yeah.
I just asked him if he was joking or being serious. And it turned out he was being serious.
He didn't like that, apparently.
Fucking Derek.
Anyway, and then, another Chockline message, actually, from Phil.
Hey boys, love the podcast. Keep up the good work. Just got a quick gripe. I just wonder, would it kill the makers of avocados to put some different toys in there for a change?
Good.
I mean, I've got like 50 wooden balls already. Anyway, gotta go and ask my vegan mate for a lift. Love you.
Yes.
That is good. Now, why Skin? This is a test for you. We're doing trivia later in the episode, actually, against each other. But why does he have to go and ask his vegan mate for a lift?
Because he'll say something along the lines of, nah, you can't have a lift, but you can have avocado.
I think you've delivered that punchline terribly.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
I think the way you asked him was wrong.
Yeah.
How would you have asked?
No,
Probably a similar way,
I
but I
got
would've-
you what you were saying. You said, yeah, but I don't have avocado.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Well, you can't say, yeah, you can have a lift, but I don't have a car. Then you can't fucking have a lift, can you?
Yeah, you might have a bike though.
Yeah, I'll just carry you to your destination on foot.
Yeah, okay, Skin. Maybe I might have led you up the garden path there.
Thanks.
Sorry. But anyway, well done, Phil, and to everyone that's left voice messages and emails in the last couple of weeks. We enjoy listening to them and reading them a great deal.
Don't we all?
You can leave them at wegotthechocolates.com.au. I think the first time you said that, you said .com.au. So
Really?
if you were confused
Yeah.
by that, I thought I had to clarify.
Nah, you can't be. If you're confused by that, you're a flaming idiot.
Do you remember, actually, a little throwback here, Wednesdays.
Yeah.
When we
You gotta explain that we're doing it not on a Monday.
Oh yeah, we aren't recording on a Monday again.
Oh, is it another wacky
It's
Wednesday?
another wacky Wednesday.
Hell yeah.
We're all out of whack, but
Yeah.
the podcast they just keep churning them out. Don't
We are that far ahead of schedule with our podcast at the moment. We don't know if we're Arthur or Martha.
they? We actually quite genuinely
I
don't.
couldn't fucking tell you when this is going out.
All right, here you go. Namestorm. And you're standing there without a name. So we'll give you one you cannot claim. We actually usually get Gode to introduce this segment because he's got it down pat. It's Namestorm, where we give the ordinary and extraordinary makeover via coming up with names. Now, we'll name anything. Could be cars, caravans, kids we've named in the past. And tonight, this is actually a sponsored segment.
Oh, and how excited we are.
That is music to everyone's ears, let me tell you. Now, the great people at Barter Industrials have asked us to Namestorm their new pair of work boots, the Avenger boot. I've actually got that on.
Oh,
that
my
flexibility is
days.
quite poor.
Yeah,
I've got the... Can anyone see that?
I don't think that was in frame.
Yeah, you could
want me to lift you- want me to
I
lift-
think you can leave that below the table.
Okay.
Do you want me to lift your leg up again?
No, actually, I think I've just done my hamstring there. The Avenger work boot is what we are naming. And it makes sense, you know, us, we're always on the tools.
I've never met 4 blokes that could do with a new pair of work boots more. than us.
Exactly. Actually, Gode went to put his dinner in the microwave.
Yeah.
Another feature of the office that we have here, the Nudio 2.0,
Unbelievable.
the microwave is unreachable.
It's essentially in the roof cavity.
I have
Unless
to
you're
put.
Mickus.
I have to put the food in for everyone.
That's why we don't get much done, because Biggest is just there on microwave duty the whole time. So Gode needed a step ladder, but instead he just threw on his work boots. And it gave him an extra 3 inches. 3 in height, that is.
That okay. Very good.
If I only went the other way.
Anyway, so we're very familiar with our job sites, tradies of sorts. So if you need any help on the weekend,
Call a professional.
give someone else a call. Perfect. I'm so glad you saw where I was going there.
Yeah.
All right. We're namestorming a pair of work boots. Who wants to kick us off?
I'll throw 2 straight away that are relatively similar. Obviously, we've got Isaac Booten.
Wow.
Yeah. And, well, probably not his good mate, but Vladimir Booten.
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably not his good mate at all, I would say. They wouldn't have seen each other, would they?
No.
Skin? Talk me
No.
through the generations there.
Isaac Booten was alive in the 1600s, and Vladimir Putin is still alive today, I believe. So, yeah, they missed each other by a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Skin, do you want to go?
Oh, sure. All right. I've got a couple to start based around obviously the work boot, but just depends on the work you're doing. Some of these, so for example, if you're wearing your boots to do some work on a rather large highway in the United States, you might call them boot 66. Whereas if you were wearing them to fix up, say, a rather large circus tent, you might call them the Work de Soleil boot.
Both very good. I
Thank
mean,
you.
it's very specific times to be wearing your work boots,
Yeah.
but I like what you've done.
And if you're finding the work that you're doing really easy,
Yeah.
like you're just absolutely dominating, it's just too simple, you might say, you're absolutely just doing it on your boot.
Nice.
Excellent. That's probably Gody's favourite expression, which does mean comes from the very well known term.
Yeah.
I think Isaac Booten potentially invented it.
Around
Straight
about,
after he invented calculus, he came up with this phrase.
doing it on your flute.
Doing it on your flute, which just means you're doing things easily.
Yeah.
Now, that's the opposite of this podcast because
Yeah.
we are practicing. So at no stage do we do it in our boots. Or actually, currently I'm doing it in boots.
You couldn't be more in your boots.
I'm literally wearing the boots, the Avenger work boot. Mikas, can I throw to you?
Yeah, as Skin mentioned, you can do lots of different things in them. So I had Steve all types of jobs. And similar to Gode, I had, Vladimir Putin on my boots.
This is very good.
I can't wait for him to get Emma Watson in here.
Oh, why did you say that?
Have you got Emma Watson?
Well, I've got Emma Watson the boot, my foot.
Pretty good. It's not bad. It's fine. I enjoy it. I love that Emma Watson gets on the podcast all the time. We should probably interview her at some stage. Should be keen.
It's weird. She hasn't reached out.
It is,
Strange.
yeah.
It's strange.
I probably missed a message.
I've broken mine into 3 categories. The first category is Australian.
Mm-hmm.
Warwick steel capper,
Yep. Nice.
steel cap side bottom,
Nice.
and work shoesy O'Neill.
Nice. Fantastic.
Happy?
Really happy.
Work shoes. They're a work shoe.
Yeah.
Got
I've got 3 more. If you potentially get lucky in your boots,
Yep.
you're going to get a Ronnie boot.
Which again comes from Ronnie Coote, which I don't know why that's an expression. That's rhyming slang, but I don't know
Yeah.
who Ronnie Coote was.
He was premiership player for St George, like won 11 premierships for St George. Like probably he's an immortal now, actually.
Pretty good player.
Yeah. And then a couple, obviously named after someone on this podcast, To Gode. And then when he gets a bit sick, he gets influenza A.
I like that actually.
Really good.
That's quite funny.
Because that's one we haven't heard before.
Yeah, I
Well,
like
as opposed to Emma Watson.
Oh, okay, that's what you. Yeah, that's what you meant.
Yeah. Okay. I had a couple centered around sort of the people that are likely to be wearing these boots. You've obviously got your Tom Tradies
Oh, yep, good.
and your Tradie Gagas.
Good.
Very good. Who's Tom Trady?
Brady.
Brady.
Sorry.
Rather good.
Yeah.
Yeah. American
Poor by
football.
me. Yep. Excellent. Megas?
Yeah, I've got one that Gody will hate,
Yeah.
but I haven't used it before. So, Kate Winslet, let me show you my new work boots.
That is amazing. That is really wow.
This is see, my third category was stretchy, and you've gone straight to them.
I've got stretchier.
Really?
No.
Okay. My second category was worldwide recognition. Work Buddha McGavin.
Nice.
Good. Funny you say that because we can't talk about it yet.
Embargo. 2 lots of embargo on this episode.
Yeah.
Wait, can we talk about it?
Well, just keep a lookout for our socials.
Yeah.
We might be able to talk about it.
In 3 to 5
Yeah,
weeks.
I think so. I also had Leonardo de Steel Caprio.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. I had Jessica Biel capped boots.
Excellent.
And then Mick has pulled me up because
Yeah.
they're not actually steel capped.
They're not steel capped.
They're,
They are.
They're
No,
carbon
they're not.
fiber capped.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I obviously had carbon fiber toe Rogan. Carbon fiber toes.
Nah, we got it,
I'm with you.
buddy.
Don't speak for all of us. What did you mean?
Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
Carbon fiber toe.
Carbon fiber
You
toe.
just said it wasn't a steel cap. It's carbon
It's like
fiber.
toe and Joe
Yeah, yeah,
sort
sorry,
of
yeah,
sound
that's fine.
similar.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's the concept of this segment is we do things so like sound like the product we're
Similar.
selling. Yeah.
No, I thought that was
Yeah.
it, but I didn't quite.
That's what it's called,
grasp it.
Namestorm. They're not actually names for things, but like they're
Is
just,
that? Oh, and it's a storm. Yeah, yeah.
People will choose one,
Yeah.
obviously. We
Yeah.
give good options. Are you done? Are you done, Mikas? Or
I think that's probably for the best.
All right. Well, my stretchy one is: did you bring your work boots, mate? Yeah, I grabbed Ian both of them.
Oh, that is amazing.
Fuck
Well
yeah,
done.
that's good.
All right, I think that will do us. Thank you once again to the great people at Barter Industrials for sponsoring our Namestorm segment this week. Be sure to check out their Avenger work boot at any work locker store near you or at the link in our description.
Nice.
Now,
Yes.
Gode,
Oh my.
Mitchell.
I have a little hypothetical for you. A
Oh,
very
that
quick
is
one.
naughty.
Yep, I thought so. Yeah, okay, so very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Just in order to save time, we're not going to play the jingle for hypothetical. Nothing to do with the fact that it's not on the roadcaster
It's
still.
more, yeah,
Just it's more a time thing.
other reasons.
Yeah, like it's obviously on the roadcaster.
Yeah.
Because
And
I've
now-
had 3 weeks to put it on.
Yeah.
Add it into the edit now.
Oh, no, let's not because we got that so wrong last time. It's a short segment, Cody.
What do you mean we got it wrong last time?
No, well, last time we played it through the phone, it was brilliant. Do you want to do that again?
Not really.
No.
Okay. No, we're not
absolutely
playing it.
not.
That was
Anyways,
quick. That was
We
good.
literally could have just
Yeah.
put the jingle in anyway. Doesn't matter.
anyways.
So you said jingle.
Yeah, so what I was saying is very quick hypothetical.
Well, that's 2 minutes. Oh, Jesus
Oh my gosh,
Christ.
Migas. I need to brag.
Anyways,
You did it on twice.
hypothetical directed at Genghis. I just want to know, mate.
Yeah.
1st of August, round 22 in the NRL.
Okay.
Rabbitohs are playing the Broncos at Suncorp Stadium.
Okay.
How much would we have to pay you for you to go to the game dressed head to toe in Broncos gear?
Interesting conundrum.
That's a great question, Skin.
Thank you.
Would you even go dressed in full Rabbitohs gear? You look like a bit of a.
Oh,
I mean,
what's
obviously
full,
anyone
though?
that does that. That's
What's
fine.
full Rabbitohs?
I think you have to look like a player.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I'll-
boots and
I'll-
all.
No,
Oh,
no.
Work boots.
I'll wear my if let's say I went to 5 football games a year, I'd wear my Rabbitohs jersey to 3.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
regulation.
yeah,
So I think it
stop,
has to be
yeah.
more embarrassing than that. is
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
absolutely. But full Broncos kit. Oh God, how much would? I don't think it costs that much money because I don't like.
Huh.
People know that like if you're in the crowd, you're not actually playing for the Broncos, right?
Oh, like they should know
What?
that.
What?
The point where you don't go on the field would be a giveaway, I guess.
Yeah.
Mouth guard too.
Mouth guard. So
But I
you,
don't
you,
think that helps because then they look at you and they think
oh, he's just a Broncos guy.
that guy's not playing in the Broncos
Yeah.
and he's in full playing kit
Yeah,
for the
that-
Broncos.
Well, they think you're in every definition of the world of Keith.
Yeah,
yes.
an absolute Renato Morton.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Rest in peace
Rest
to
in
poor
peace,
old Renato.
Renato. Yeah. Oh, not as much as you'd think.
Really?
Yeah.
Go on.
What's that? Throw a figure.
Oh, wouldn't even have to be 5 figures.
How many figures
Five
is 5?
figures?
That's like 10 grand.
I'd do it for
That would be 10 grand.
$500.
That's not even 4 figures.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, for,
2 of those are zeros. That's- Wow. All right.
if we just say
That's
like
affordable.
physical challenge now and you have to do that, for $500 you're going to go dressed like you're playing for the Brisbane Broncos to that game.
Only if you blokes were with me. I wouldn't do it on me, Pat.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
an important distinction. I'd be
Yeah.
quite fond of going to watch
Yeah.
that. To be honest.
I would love to. All right. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, Miggers? Do you want to do it for the Titans?
No, I would do it. I would do it for nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like I don't think it's like I've said enough about how much I dislike the Broncos and how much I love the Rabbitohs that if we did see people that we knew though, they'd know it'd be a piss take.
It's certainly not the people that we know I'd be worried
Yeah,
about.
yeah, but I'd blend in. If I did it at like Sydney, like a course,
Oh, no, that's good.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or a full rabbits kit at
Yeah.
the Broncos.
I just still think you're underemphasizing the fact that you'd be wearing footy shorts, socks, and boots.
But people do that, mate. People are weird. At the
Yeah, if you're
football.
6,
Yeah, I know, but like
I thought you were
grown,
going to say sick.
grown,
you probably have to do.
yeah, grown men do it too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, not
But I
really,
think
yeah.
again, I think if I had the comfort blanket of you guys with me, like, I don't think it's as weird as you think it is.
Should we all do it? What are the odds?
I don't think we should.
1 in 2. Come on, do it.
How does the odds game work to make 3 people do one thing?
Oh no, you get odds and evens.
Huh?
Have you not heard that before?
Nah.
So we've all got to say a number between 1 and 5,
Yeah.
right? And if the total adds up to an odd number,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
Oh, I might as well do it.
Wait, if the
So-
total
so,
adds
okay,
up to
so-
an odd number.
Right. So let's say it's like heads and tails, right? If the total adds up to an odd number,
Yeah.
right, we have to do it. If it adds to an even number, we don't have to do it.
Okay. You know the thing that we're underestimating of this plan? This is wonderful, but $500 to pay Gode, then I reckon it's going to cost about $1,000 to kit us all out. No one here owns football boots.
Don't
do.
be ridiculous.
Oh, we got plenty of time to think about that.
And plenty of sponsors we could probably barter for a couple of.
Oh, great use of barter.
They probably do great football boots.
Okay. Well, what are we saying then?
I think we're saying odds or evens in
Odds or evens.
And then if it's odds, we
Odds,
go.
odds we go, all dressed up,
We're all in Broncos.
all in Broncos.
Yeah.
Evens we don't go,
Oh, okay.
and we just all got to say number between 1 and 5.
All right.
3, 2, 1, 4.
2. Okay, that was
Oh, that was weird.
probably. What did you say, Gody?
I said 4.
4,
I said 2.
6.
I said 3, 9,
I said 2.
11. Bang.
I think I said 2. I forgot what I said. No, I
You
said
did
2.
say 2. You said 2 at
11.
the same time as I
we
did.
got to go.
Oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
All right, see you there.
See you in Rabbitohs kit.
You can do that if you want.
Yeah.
All right, I think that will do us. Thank you again to the great people at Barter Industrials for sponsoring our Namestorm segment this week. Be sure to check out their Avenger work boot at your local Work Locker store or the link in our description if, like us, obviously you're likely to be heavily on the tools in the not too distant future.
Now, last Monday,
Yep.
is it last Monday?
Wouldn't have a clue.
No,
I think it's
not.
still last Monday.
Yeah, it would still be the last Monday.
Yeah.
No, previous.
Previous,
It's previous
Monday.
Monday, so it's last week.
Yeah.
Wait.
2
Is
Mondays
that last
ago.
Monday? Last week? Yeah.
Oh,
This
is
week.
really tough.
Also remember that people listen like at other times.
Yeah,
as well.
so,
Could be
10
any
days
Monday.
ago.
So,
So,
some Monday.
Monday late in April.
Nice.
No, happy with
That's
that.
really good. 2025.
2025, obviously.
Yeah.
We set ourselves a little challenge, didn't we?
We did.
Mhm.
It was to spend a day on a golf course
Mhm.
and try and get a hole in one.
Yeah.
More specifically on one hole.
The 27th, obviously,
27th.
for obvious reasons.
Mhm.
You would think it was for obvious reasons, but it actually wasn't that, was it, Mickers?
Not at all.
It
We-
just happened to be that.
Yep.
The number just keeps
Popping up.
Popping up.
And we
in
saw
our
it
lives.
pop up, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, back to Skins. You said 27. We did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
I mean, it was flaccid. Just it was.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was getting
Yeah.
at. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
Just to
yeah.
clarify, it was
And, and then when he said it was
it
popping
was just
up, I was
outside.
yeah.
Yeah,
Of where it should have been.
It popped out more than
Sure.
up.
Okay.
Okay, get to your golf.
Sorry. So yeah, we attempted the Hole in One challenge, which we had alluded to a little bit. Now we obviously can't tell you anything about it because it's all under embargo. We wish we could, but yeah, we just have to keep that under wraps
Mm.
at the moment.
Yeah, it takes us a long time to edit videos. If you haven't noticed,
I think most people would have noticed. And that Japan video is going wonderfully well. Thanks for asking.
Well, it does.
One of the great trips.
Yeah, that was good. But no, we will. You know what's funny? Actually, Mika said that today because me and Skin are going to South Korea next week, and that's with the wonderful people at Jetstar. Actually, a lot of good people in this episode.
Amazing.
They've just signed on for a bit of a long-term sponsorship deal, Jetstar. So that's fantastic news. So we're going, Skin and I are going to South Korea, and Mika was like, "Do you want to fly me and Gody over again like you did for Japan and not edit a video?"
Mick's and I essentially just went for a fucking holiday.
when that video gets edited, it's going to be one of the great videos.
True, I agree.
Second best we've done
Second
behind.
best.
Probably
potentially
this one.
Nah, but could be the best.
But it could be the best.
Maybe
Oh,
this video
true.
doesn't end very well.
Well, you don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's the
We
thing.
know.
But I can actually give you our top 5 moments from the day. We're one of the most ridiculous days of golf we've had. And Gody, I think you'll be able to shed some light on plenty of these. So the quote from Mikas, "We'll hit the first ball at 7:30 a.m. How'd that go for you?
8:38.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
It's an hour.
But there's a lot of moving parts
No,
in that.
and as I said on
Yeah.
one of our Instagram stories, I don't place any of the blame onto you for that.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
yeah. I was going to say an hour would be like the biggest miss of the day, but then Mikas and I started hitting golf balls.
Well, Skin, that was actually point 3. So let me go through point 4 first. I got there late, obviously, but Mikas was setting up with Jack, who was magnificent on the day. So there was Mikas, Jack, and Dave the Brit, the nose Jack shit, that were all setting up. And so me and Gody were sort of like standing there, like twiddling our thumbs, really. Wondering like maybe we could do some practice golf swings or something. And so I suggested maybe we should go and get some coffee so there's not like 5 of us standing here doing nothing. And then I suggested that idea to Jack, like Jack that was standing next to Mikas. And I was like, "Jack, do you reckon we should go and get some coffees? Like, just because it seems like there's a few people standing around kind of doing nothing and you've still got a little bit to do." And he was like, yeah, that's a good idea. All right, me and Mikas will go and grab the coffees.
It was so funny at the time.
He said it with the drawers like straight to his face, and I was like, no, I sort of thought the people that know what they're doing should maybe like.
Because in my head, I just went, "Oh God, it would be funny if we left and went, all right, yeah, Gody and Lee, you set up all the cameras."
I don't know how to turn them on.
Yeah. My third moment was Skin just mentioned it. For the first 40 minutes, I would say, Skin hit them exclusively left. You'd say they were draws. Well, you couldn't say they were draws.
Nah, it was just genuine. Don't laugh, but they were genuine pulls. I've never seen. The hole wasn't that long, but I've never seen bigger misses with a shorter club.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
I don't know why. I don't know what was happening.
But
It
I
was
could
like-
understand it if you missed the fairway with your drive. Like that happens, right? You were missing your target by 80 meters with a pitching wedge.
Yes, that was happening.
Yeah.
I don't know why either. They weren't drawing. I was hitting them straight at this fucking pine tree over on the other side of the car park. I don't understand why, and I didn't feel like I was aiming that way.
You know what made me laugh? It's like when I used to, like, when we'd like do throwing at cricket training and stuff, and you'd try and do a direct hit, and people would be like, "Oh, don't miss the same side twice."
Yeah.
Skin just missed the same side 90 times in a row.
Oh, it was amazing. And then, well, yeah.
I've never seen anything like it. Normally,
Then you start aiming like further right to correct for it. I'm aiming over to the right side of the green, and then I start slicing it. I'm like, yeah, that's really nice. Thanks.
Yeah, we lost
Thanks.
plenty, I
Golf.
reckon. We
What
lost
what do we start with? 280 something.
288, and I reckon we lost 100.
Yeah, it's hard to do on a par 3 with no water.
Yeah.
That's- Like it's actually amazing.
I mean, those ones in the bunkers, they don't come back.
I mean, I'm not going to walk on that sandy stuff to go get them.
Our bigger problem was all the ones I missed left were going into the practice range, and blokes were just walking along there picking them up.
Brand new Callaway's. Thank you very much.
A couple of blokes had an absolute field day, actually. They've just topped them up. And moment number 2, I had just how many times we made the joke of, because we know Mick has been big on his sort of like fake birdies previously, and real birdies once, but fake birdies probably more common. Not too fake. Two real birdies.
No. Sorry. I actually thought I did, but I've convinced myself that fake one was actually real. Sorry.
Holy Moses.
It was one.
So just how many times like we're trying to get a hole in one, and we hit some nice golf shots,
We
like
actually
particularly you, Gody, but like everyone popped up and would hit a nice one, and we'd just like make that joke all the time. We'd just be like,
That's a fake birdie.
That's pretty good. We'd birdie it from there,
Yeah.
and then we'd like be like, actually,
3 jab.
probably not. Yeah, just 3 putt them because we suck at putting.
Yeah. Especially me. Like I really can't. Well, I obviously can't hit off the tee or the pitching wedge or whatever, and then I really can't putt either. I think in the whole day I would have hit however many, like a few hundred shots from the tee. I think there was probably one that I genuinely could have birdied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close,
Yeah, that's fair. Hole in ones are also very hard. We find
Mm-hmm.
because we hit a lot of really good golf shots. And be like, that's a great shot. It's not getting the job done. Though.
That's
quite
6 feet for
infuriating.
birdie. Wonderful. But it's not in the fucking hole, though, is it? Yeah.
And on that point, actually, we really appreciated the interest in it, I must say, and that's why we're being a little bit like, I guess, protecting the telling of it, because we got so much footage. I mean, just put a lot of work into setting up 350 cameras. I think
there was more.
Yeah, there was like more cameras than I've ever seen in one location in my life. So there's a lot of footage to get through, and it should make an unbelievable video. Obviously, we do have to edit it. That's the one small hurdle. But
I'll come and give you a hand.
Can I just say it is 1.73 terabytes of footage.
And if that means nothing to you, that's a lot.
Never mind. I think most people know what that means, just not Gody. Anyway.
Cody thinks it's a dinosaur.
Oh, that's actually related to the pterodactyl. Yeah.
Anyway, but the interest in it was fantastic. So we do need to apologise for some of the language you heard on live. So when we went live,
I'm going to apologise on Skin's behalf. Yeah, that was mainly my fault.
there was one live where it was toys out of the cot. I think I was on TikTok live, and everyone had spat the dummy, and the whole comment for about 40 seconds of the live is just Mikus ordering beers.
Wait,
That's right.
I'm on TikTok live, and you're just yelling at Dave like, "Go and get like 10 beers."
Can they be a tax write-off? Where's the business card?
I was like, "Yeah, I think it's just on a live here, mate, but trying to answer a few questions."
Yeah.
Is that a tax write-off?
Yeah.
And then Cody's obviously saying yes.
There could have been an accountant watching. I don't know.
Well, yeah, probably was.
Yeah.
Well, why are they not paying for him? Well,
Oh, thanks for that.
no, you're welcome.
Good. So anyway, it was a good day. Tough day.
Tough.
I'm
It was tough.
physically paying the price.
Yeah. That could be the sorest I've been. And I hit 2/3 of the golf balls Cody did.
Yeah.
Which is concerning.
We're hoping to give Mikus a good run at starting editing it next week. Essentially, that'll be the plan, won't it?
Yeah, I was mentioning that to him earlier. That you should probably do
And then
that.
go, yeah.
I'll come into the office when you guys are away and carry the flame.
Thanks, Carry the flame.
Yeah, on the way to the
really
Olympics.
awesome.
Yeah.
Because it'll be done by Brisbane 20.
Yeah, I read some very funny comments around that, actually. Some messages saying, like, I can't wait to watch this just before the Brisbane Olympics 2032.
Played at the opening ceremony.
Oh, really good comments. Well done. So we look forward to you watching it. That's for sure. It was an intriguing day. Now, I also had an experience driving to touch football last night, which we've mentioned, and it reminded me of a segment that we've done before with songs that slap.
Nice.
And I also started a genuine playlist, Spotify playlist for this, because we've done this segment once before, I think. I can't remember what your guys' songs were.
Mine was Never Ever by All Saints.
Oh, that's a hell of a tune, so
Yeah.
I'll add that one in. But I was driving and someone, window down again, actually, Gody,
Nice. Yeah.
and it made me think of this. It was Akon, Don't Matter.
Ain't nobody wanna see us together.
Oh my
but
God.
It don't matter, no. I was like, wow, it's going to be a good
Oh.
night. And then it wasn't. I got in a fight with an 18-year-old. But yeah, good. Not a fight, just a verbal stoush.
That's sick.
That's a great song.
Yeah, but like I was like, that is a tune. The idea with songs that slap, they're not meant to be ones that you've heard 3 billion times.
It's not Pink, so what? You know what I'm saying?
But that does slap.
Why did that pop in
Well, because you know, like if you like go on the radio like Nova and B105, great people. Hopefully they have us on one day. But like it's literally like we're gonna play the new one by Pink. Oh, the same one you played 9 minutes ago. Wonderful, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a time where like listening to Nova was like Ed Sheeran, holy heck.
Yeah.
And Ed Sheeran's a wonderful artist. Obviously, also if he ever wants to come on.
Good looking guy too, actually.
Very good, very good. So there is something very appealing about redheads.
Yeah.
But I mean, he doesn't struggle for radio plays, is what we're saying. I don't think anyone's going to come through with an Ed Sheeran song and we're going to be like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that
Haven't
one.
heard that in a while.
Yeah. Does anyone else have one? Well, I've got the playlist open, songs that slap, if anyone else has got one.
I just had a band in general that we hadn't heard for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you some songs a bit. The Cause,
I don't know that I've heard. all?
Breathless,
Okay.
yeah,
It's a
Summer
hard part about
Sunshine.
this.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, these are songs, not artists, not the artist.
No,
No,
Gody was just describing
Yeah.
how he's feeling at the
yeah,
moment.
like go on, leave me breathless. Yeah,
Oh.
Oh, actually, I do know that song.
yeah.
If you could sing it in
Give
tune
us some sort of
slightly,
tune or
Oh,
melody.
do
Give
you
me
want to do this
something.
bloody thing on the thing, like the phone thing, or not?
Oh my
heavens.
God.
I set that up to do mine on the
Okay,
thing
we'll
because
do
I have
yours
the
first.
exact moment ready to go, and
Okay.
it's this like is not Pink. So what,
Mhm.
or whatever you just said. I haven't thought about this since primary school until the other day.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. A duck walked up to a lemonade stand and he
No,
said,
you're actually
No.
fucking banned from this segment. That's fucking
I actually
shit.
didn't want to say mine because of how good Lee's was.
Yeah.
And now I'm so happy to say mine.
Yeah.
Okay. Skin, I think you've misunderstood songs that slap.
Yeah.
I have
songs that
not-
make me want
I
to
have
slap you in the
not at all.
face. Yeah.
Someone mentioned that song at dinner the other night, and it's been stuck in my head for fucking weeks. You
does
can't
get
have a
stuck in
song.
your head.
You can't have a song stuck in your head for days on end if it doesn't slap.
That's untrue.
That's
That is
my
untrue.
argument.
There
That
could
is
not
my
be
argument.
a bigger fallacy than that. I said fallacy.
Glad you're out of the sea. Yeah, Skin, I don't know. I think the jury's out on that.
Yeah.
I accept that it does get stuck in your head. That is for sure. Rochelle just messaged me. We had a song stuck in our head, similar train of thought the other night. That was there was an old man named Michael Finnegan.
He has
Oh,
whiskey.
that-
That's
that-
from the
that
Wiggles.
song slaps.
Yeah.
That slaps.
That's got the
Or-
Wiggles written all over it.
There's a hole in my bucket.
Dear Labour, dear Labour.
Oh.
Oh dear.
What was the song we were singing the other day about disco? Harry Styles.
As disc was.
As disc was. Yeah, lyric
anyway.
substitute Skin.
Skin.
We've now started putting disc into songs as well.
Substitute disc.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Do you want to say your song, Mikas, or leave
Uh, like
I
I'll
can
s- I'll
add
s-
it.
No, see, I don't want you to add it because I like it. It's that replay by
it? My iPod's stuck on replay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shawty's like a melody in my head. Yeah.
Oh, it's better than that,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, yeah. But I wrote it like that's the song I haven't
You wrote
thought
it.
about.
Well, that is impressive.
Well done. What the fuck are you doing here for, Ben?
Benny Blanco over there.
Now, I don't understand, with all due respect, why are you still doing this podcast?
This is a side hustle. This is a fun thing I do on Wednesday nights.
There's something fucking wrong with you, bud. It's unlucky. You didn't mean to do that. You just did, though.
Obviously, I didn't mean to do that.
No.
Why do you think?
You want to sit the next one out, brother?
What, next song's a slap or just the next segment?
Oh my
Next
gosh,
life.
that's very
I
funny.
also love that you said it's a side hustle, a fun thing you do on
Wednesday.
Wednesdays, as if we always do it
do
on
it on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It's not a wacky Wednesday.
That's quick
It's
thinking.
Wacky Wednesday.
Quick
It-
thinking.
It is
If only-
Wacky Wednesday.
I think I
Wait,
thought
so
about.
Giggers, what was your band?
The Cause.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, I
Yeah.
really thought we'd end that segment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was. I think I agree. I was just curious.
Everyone will know who the Cause are. You guys didn't know who fucking Oasis were, so this is a real issue.
No, we
so-
knew Oasis. We just
Yeah.
thought they had one good song.
Yeah.
See, and that's how you end a segment.
That is.
Because I really was like, this is gonna not really be a good way to end this segment. So I just had to.
Yeah.
I'm
You've
glad
had
you said that,
improvise.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, I'm not
What
because I
was
look
the
an absolute
song again?
fuckwit. Oh,
It starts with I.
Iaz or
It's not R Kelly, it's M Kelly.
oh, that
Alright, ready, Skin?
sucks. It's like that's such a funny cut down, but also the lead up is so
Hard to explain it.
actually not really. Be like songs that slap.
Songs
And
that
then Punch
slap,
goes
and then
straight
I can
into
go,
that.
Don't matter, and then you can do. Yeah, pretty good. I can see it. I can see it now.
Oh yeah, that's good actually. I don't mind that.
We're finishing with a game for a Joe Daddy point. The current Joe Daddy leaderboard is Skin on 13, Gode on 11, Lee on 5,
Excellent,
Mick
perfect.
is on 3.
Exactly what I wanted you to say.
You've got him right where you want him.
No, I've got you right where I want you with his cheating allegation.
Oh, I'm glad you added
So
the
what-
cheating allegation.
Yeah,
then.
do you remember what happened last week? I hosted the game and did you guys get half? I don't think you did. Did you give me another point though?
No. Oh, because Skin got the point.
Skin got the point, but remember you guys didn't get half collectively.
see.
Yeah.
Wow.
See,
That is
it's
a flaw. That's a flaw in the system.
See, and I knew that as well.
It's just becoming interesting again, isn't it? You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
update that for you right this second.
Hey,
Joe.
no,
That's not
thank
hard
you.
to update at all.
No,
Puts your mind at
I mean,
ease.
I shouldn't have to
There
do
you
that.
go.
The players don't have to walk up to the scoreboard at the footy to update their scores. But anyway,
The players also
don't.
generally don't invent the rules mid-round, to be fair.
Yeah.
So that's another like.
no,
little
that's just what the
thing.
NRL refs do. I take a lot. Got him in the cock.
And sin bin. How many sin bins were there last week?
18.
Holy
What?
hell!
18.
18.
What? Last week?
Yes.
Yeah,
Not last year. Last week.
18.
Whoa.
18.
Yeah.
That'll be fun this weekend.
I'd love to see a graph of like sin bins over the years.
Mm.
How many would there have been in like the 90s?
None.
18.
Yeah,
There was 18 total
in
in
the
the
decade?
90s.
And someone hit someone with a chair and there was a sin bin.
There probably wasn't.
Yeah.
There probably wasn't even 18.
Crazy. Well, I think the sin bin, there would have been plenty of sin bins, but they would have been for far worse things. Like genuine.
Like you elbowed someone in the face.
Little,
Sort of thing.
little boxing match, big game.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, this is Trivia, which I thought you'd be happy with that, Cody.
Fuck yeah.
Which we actually haven't done. Well, we have done it, but usually we sort of do it as like you're a quizzed, where one of you takes on Gode. And this time we're doing it as all of us take on each other. But I guess still, it's not called you're a quizzed, but there is still an element of Gode being the number one seed. So I may as well play this jingle.
Pressure taking on Gode. There's questions for you, oh that's for sure. And pressure, cause Gode wears the crown, but you can beat him, it's true. You might win some trees.
Sing along as you're driving in your cars. Here we go.
Everybody, oh, everybody, oh, yeah, yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Wonderful,
That's just
lad.
4 grown men just in harmony.
It sounded worse this time. I'm not sure why that
It
was.
was actually 9 grown men because you did that 5 times. So.
There's a lot of lethal layers there. LL. Yeah.
Trademark that quickly.
yeah. Now, this week, we're trying to give everyone an even chance of winning. So the Joe Daddy leader, which is currently Skin, although not by much with that point that we missed, Skin is asking 2 questions. Everyone else is asking 1. I can ask first if you like. This is
Would
a
it make
buzz
sense for
in.
him to ask the
It would
first?
make way more sense, which is what I was about to say.
Yeah, we just say normally I would ask first, but today I think I'd ask Skin to go first. Yeah.
What do you think, Gode? Maybe.
I'm going to back you up and I'll go with Skin.
Yeah, I think we'll go with Skin. All right.
Thank you for both agreeing on that. That's wonderful.
That's why we're just practicing podcasting.
I think I'm done for the night.
We've got a fucking singer-songwriter over it.
Tito Jackson.
Yeah, well, he's asking 2. We're all asking 1. Would it make sense that I ask mine first?
Should we get Akon on the podcast next week?
All right, so sorry.
right.
This is a buzz-in
Nah,
scenario.
Chris,
Well,
Chris,
first-
Stop
yeah,
looking at it. Stop
yeah.
looking at it.
Skin, come on.
Buzz in scenario. My first question is: how many hearts does an octopus have?
Wow.
Bali.
I'll go Godel after him.
I can go lethal after that, I guess.
Great. All right, we'll just go closest to the pin then.
Yeah.
Barley, start us off.
1.
Nice. I'll go Michelle.
Do you know the
No,
answer?
I actually pressed that way too early.
I'll go.
Wait, no, that might not be wrong. Sorry, I've
I'll go-
gone early.
Can confirm that was wrong.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go genuine Michelle Pfeiffer.
Okay.
Should I lock mine too?
Yeah, go on.
All right. Well, I thought it was
Michelle
6. I thought it was 6.
Ooh.
Are they all wrong?
Can we go again?
That's fine. We're allowed to have
Oh, yeah. No, I think we screwed it. I think they're all wrong, and I think Gode and Michael are as far away from it as each other.
That's fine.
Is
No
three?
point. That's fine. You've got
Three.
2 questions
perfect.
anyway. What was it? 3. Okay.
No points.
No points. That's fine. No one gets a point. Go to Mikas on the left.
All right. What is the official language spoken in Botswana?
Nice. Great question. I was hoping you'd ask that, actually.
Lethal.
I'm going to go Godel after him.
I Botswana say.
Don't think that hasn't gone underappreciated.
We all laughed. It's obviously not underappreciated.
Can you hurry up so I can have my turn next?
Is it
I don't even know where Botswana is.
Bolivian?
No, I don't believe in you.
Is that even a language?
I'm going to go Afrikaans.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I am less confident now based on 2 things Gode said, but was going to say Spanish.
Great. A lot of countries speak Spanish, particularly Spain.
I don't know who's closest.
It's really tough to work that
I
out.
don't think trivia works with the closest
No.
thing. I
No,
think
it's
someone's
just-
just going to have to jag
Yeah,
the correct
some
answer.
of mine were number based, so I thought it
Well,
could, but
English.
Nice.
Oh my gosh,
We
it's
all
a trick
suck.
question.
We
We're
are idiots.
terrible at trivia.
what happens if the score's 0-0 at the end
I
of
hope
this?
it
No
is.
points this week.
Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
that's
Can I get one?
totally fair.
Please, give me one.
You'll
If
get
it's
one.
near law, give me one.
You get this one right,
Yeah.
because you told me this. Like, you wrote this question, actually.
I wrote all of them.
Just before he wrote Thriller by Michael Jackson. You like that one? Got him.
Mate, a lot of things have really tickled skin tonight. There's something in Wacky Wednesday. Jesus.
It really is, especially that octopus. That tentacle skin.
Oh,
Thank you.
Jesus.
Thank you. That would actually ruin the mood, but that's okay. According to the Jewelers Association of Australia, what type of jewelry should be given on a first anniversary?
Barley.
Mikas.
Necklace.
What type of necklace?
Don't.
It's
I'll go Godel
Skin
after.
was in with Albert.
Albert. Yeah, I believe it's tradition to give an eternity ring.
Okay.
Is
We
what-
may as well log yours
is
in
what
too,
I
Gody.
recently
I'll
got told.
get, I'll go anklet.
Holy hell. We suck at trivia. It was literally, I thought that was the easiest question. Like, I thought you'd just say silver or gold. The answer is gold.
Nah, mate.
Obviously, eternity rings are gold.
Gold
Well,
jewelry.
necklaces are usually more gold than rings.
I'm
Eternity
very
rings.
worried this could be nil all, and what a
Nah,
great
you all
segment.
get this one.
Okay.
That's literally
Nah,
okay.
you'll all get this. Alrighty. Taylor Swift's Eras tour was the highest grossing concert tour by a woman. Who had the
Albert
second?
True.
You're both out. You're both out.
Who had the second highest grossing concert
Barley.
tour by a woman?
Pink.
The answer is Pink.
Well done, Mikas.
Subconsciously,
That's
that was
why
for you,
you-
yes.
That's why he
Wait,
said
hang
it.
on.
That's why he said it.
Yes, exactly. So now we need to start hurling cheating allegations.
To
you
the guy on 3 points? Well, he's coming back.
Yeah.
You can't be subconsciously communicating.
No,
Well,
points
it's better
Mate,
than
we
consciously
will- to your
communicating,
friend.
isn't it?
We were all here when he said pink just before.
Yeah, all right.
We
all right.
were.
Wow.
We
Okay.
were all
Some
yeah.
people just get people, and that's Michael.
All right.
Singer-songwriter.
And to be fair, music is his thing.
Yeah.
He was always going to get
That's
that
true.
It
right.
is right. That's why I
Wait,
picked
did I
this
win?
one.
Did I win?
Probably
Not
right
yet.
pick.
Skin's got one more
Yeah, I've
question.
got one more question.
And then if it's one, all we're screwed.
No,
See,
I
this-
think
I
we
know.
ended here.
I've got a tiebreaker.
Oh,
shit,
okay.
shit.
The main issue is like people tend to think like Freddie Mercury is one of the great singer-songwriters of all time.
Wrong.
M. Kelly.
I've
You're not the first person to say that either.
It's turned my world upside down. You probably produced Jaws as well. At
Actually
least
did.
did the soundtrack.
Nah, not that one.
Anyway, all right. My second question: how long did
It's a piece of string.
how long did the shortest war in history last?
Lethal
Shortest
one day.
war in history.
Godel, 27 minutes.
Well, I guess I'd have to say Barley. 2 days.
38 minutes.
Damn it! I was just hoping it was going to be anything over 1 day, and I was going to be the closest.
Yep, unlucky.
All right. Well, I think Mikas wins.
You have the point, Mikas.
Yeah.
No. There's got to be a tiebreaker. No, I
Nah.
can't win like that. Come on.
You can win like that. With
It's a
38.
draw.
I've got a
It's not a-
tiebreaker if you want.
But I don't think. Is it a maths related one again, or is it a
I
correct?
don't want
Nah,
your
it's-
sympathy.
It's only there's only one correct answer,
Just
but
real
it's
quick.
tough. It's tough to get.
Real quick.
All right, rapid fire. Which letter is not used in any of the 50 US state names?
I reckon we should just have a draw.
Yeah. I think.
I'll take a point.
It's no,
Hold
I
on,
think because
hold on.
wins trivia's correct. Oh, and let's go to get to this, I guess.
Wait, what was the question? Which
Which letter is not used in any of the 50 US state names?
Godel.
barley?
Q.
That's correct, Godel.
Fuck! No, I don't know. No. Why did I do that?
Well done, Godel.
I say too much.
sympathy point. You could have had a sympathy point.
I don't know.
I literally gave you the point. I said, Michael, have it.
I don't want to live like that.
Well, now you live with.
You know what the great news is? I'm sure Skin will take it.
Godel's
That's
got
really
the point
good.
and got to
Well, yeah. Z, there's like Arizona, and then X is Texas, and then you
yeah,
just
that's
go
all I
to the
thought.
next,
Yeah. Well-
the next weird one.
yeah.
Yeah,
No.
well, I was gonna say Zed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would be wrong.
Yeah, I get that. No.
I think I would have been happy with Mix having a point. I thought trivia had to be correct, but not closest to the pin. But that's fine.
I was happy for him too, but
That's all right. Go to you've got it.
Yeah,
It's
go,
back
Michael.
to
Yeah.
What is it now?
we're in for
13 all.
next. 13
And then
all.
you're-
Lucky for some, unlucky for Michael.
Tell us about your in for next.
Yeah, beautiful.
Actually,
it's
don't
one
worry
of the
about it this
great
week.
You're in for an X.
I still know why this is going on.
Someone will read it next.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's a good one. Nah, internet.
I think you'll like this one.
Okay.
Yeah. A little conversational one, which I'm sure you love.
my
as well.
favourite.
Jeez,
All right, so Grobby has tweeted. Yeah, try and get through it. This is good.
Surely just change his name.
Yeah. Anyway, Steve, what happens if you just keep microwaving nothing? And then Xander has said fire, and then Steve's gone. Thanks. I thought it was a good tweet too.
Oh man, yeah. There's only one person in here that could experiment with what happens if you keep microwaving nothing. The rest of us can't reach.
Oh, and fucking frozen chicken, wonderful.
Rightio, that's another We Got the Chocolates podcast complete. We'd love you to get in contact with us at on socials at We Got the Chocolates, and the website we know is wegotthechocolates.com.au. And Skin, the homework.
The homework is make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube channel because we will at some stage in the future be dropping the Hole in One challenge video.
Yes.
And I mean, there's only one way to find out what happened.
More likely putting it on a hard drive and then dropping that.
Left in Westfield Champside.
We backed up the footage to our server if you want to come to the office and watch it yourself.
All right, yeah. So YouTube. There's two channels. There's this is the podcast channel that you are watching on, and then where that video will go will be on the We Got the Chocolates main channel. I shouldn't say main channel. Should I?
I'm happy with it. It's fine.
It's just the We Got the Chocolates channel. Whereas this is the We Got the Chocolates podcast channel.
What's your favourite channel of all time? Quick, yeah.
Or Fuel TV.
Interesting.
Jeez.
Oh,
Probably like Nickelodeon because I had Victorious.
Yeah, I was going.
Oh,
I was
yuck.
going to say the exact same thing.
what? Victorious
It
dust.
also had SpongeBob, which I was like obsessed with for a long time when I was younger.
I guess also a show that unearthed hidden talent, like your mates, Ariana Grande.
I was literally about to say Victorious was after my time. You're older than me.
You probably wrote all the songs in it.
I did, well, I
You're
did.
probably
Maybe that's
there
why I
on
don't
set.
like it. I like watching back when work. This is back. Anyway.
Sky Racing fan with us in
I would say, yeah.
And my second favourite one's the English channel.
That took me too long. I was like, wait, this is subtitles. Actually, they watch the English channel quite a bit in Botswana as well.
Otherwise, it's just called the channel.
Remember to get out of shit wag with a few of your mates this week. It's Wacky Wednesday.
So wacky.
If you're doing that, you're absolutely getting the chocolates. We'll speak to you again this time next week. And as always, good luck in the future. And that's Stumps. Love you.